So, good afternoon and welcome to the Asentiv Global Conference. It's great to see everybody on here. We've got a few more people hopefully joining us, so we'll keep an eye on the waiting room and admit them as soon as we can. So good afternoon. Hopefully everyone has the agenda for today. We have 4 amazing presentations this afternoon or this morning or this evening, wherever in the world you are joining us from. I am Jenny Henderson. I will be your host and compere for today. So just a couple of housekeeping bits and pieces before we start. If you can keep yourself on mute while we are doing the presentations, that would be very helpful. If you have any questions, please do pop them in the chat box and use the chat box to ask any questions, and I'll keep an eye on anything that is being raised to bring to Sandro and Vic and Brigitta's attention as we're going through the presentations. We do have some time for Q&As at the end of each session, so please, we will be coming to you. I hope you have some pen and paper to write down all the amazing tips and all the nuggets that you are going to be getting today. Because at the end, we will be coming to everybody and going around the room looking for everybody's takeaways, their ahas, and also their action points on what they want to do. So today is very much about transformation. It's very much giving you the tools and the information that you need to be able to be as successful as you can be in your Asentiv business. We can also use the raise hand button, so if you've got anything for that, that will be amazing. This is on being clear on momentum. It's being clear on your focus and what you're going to start to do as of Monday. So I think I have covered everything. I am just going to look at Sandro in case I get a nod that I've covered everything that I need to get before I introduce Sandro, who is going to be doing the first presentation as an update on Asentiv. So obviously Sandro needs no introduction as the CEO of Asentiv. I was thinking back when Sandro and Vic asked me to co-host today, I was thinking back on what I would say about introducing Sandro, and he probably doesn't remember the first time that I ever met him. I met him for the first time over in California, probably around about 2012 at one of the conferences, and it was his first time ever there, and he came in quite a shy character, quite, you know, obviously taking everything in. The first time ever being in Asentiv at the time Referral Institute, and it wasn't very long before he suddenly started to make his mark in the company, and people started to sit up and take notice of what he was doing over in Switzerland and the amazing results that he was getting. And obviously since then he's gone from strength to strength and is now obviously at the helm and the CEO of the company and taking us in the direction that we want to be taken on. So without further ado, I will hand over to Sandro for his update.
Thank you, Jenny, for this personal introduction. One times in another way, and very special. Thank you so much, Jenny. So I have remembered a few minutes ago that you don't ask for a bio this time. So now I know why that's just the reason. So a special welcome to all participants that join us the first time. I see a handful new faces here in the meeting, so I'm very happy to see that. A special welcome to every new team member that join us today. Before I go over to my presentation, Jenny had said that before. Today is a special character on the event so that we can share each other. So you can see the presentation now in the right.
Oh, good. Right. Yep. You're still in presentation mode. You need to, if you do, sorry, yeah.
So now better?
No, sorry, you're not in presentation mode. If you do the top part, I think you need to. Perfect.
Perfect. So this update today, it's also the goal that Vic and I have today for the global meeting. So we want to bring together the top performance elites to the middle performers, and that we want to share the best practice, what's going on over the last months and over the last years. So, and I like to share what we do now. So that's a little bit an overview. This slide we have created the last few weeks, and that it's a perfect example what Asentiv is today. And most of the time we are in the daily basis mood, we are in training mood, we are handling the objects, we are handling the clients, and we are sales oriented and all the stuff. And maybe it's the beginning of this meeting a good time to see what Asentiv really is today. Asentiv is a global company in over 40 continents. We are internally 12 different languages. We handle that, totally over 360 licensed trainers in the different countries. We are today mastermind community based, and we are definitely an established franchise system. We have today the tools that we can connect the people over the world. We see later with Brigitta more about these details. And last but not least, we are a company that is available since 19 years ago. So that is definitely one that we can keep in our mind. That is also what we can share with clients, with prospect for licensing and all the stuff. Then it's a slide, an overview picture what Asentiv is today. And I think we all can be proud of that. Then we are all a piece of them, what we are today. What's the update? What's the content of this meeting? We talk about the best practice. So all the stuff is available for implementation for all. A quick stuff about the Facebook group in this update presentation at the beginning. I make an update about the conference 2022. A few words about the certification next year and the way that we do that. And a quick overview about the last presentation from this afternoon from Brigitta about the Asentiv Connect platform. All this is definitely available and implementation for all. So the focus today is on best practice. So we have also time for question and answer to the end of each session, that we really can work out the benefit and the value for you guys to implement it in your business, in your Asentiv business, what we have achieved over the last month in the top 5 or top 6 destination of Asentiv. Available and implementable for all. What we need is a one standard, and we go one way from now in the future. When we have one standard and when we go one way, then we will definitely have all the same or very, very similar results. And that is what we want, that is what I want, and that is my personal responsibility about the global franchise company. And that's a good thing. All this, it's ready now. And I can say that from my personal aspect, I have never ever before in my life or in my business life a better challenge that I have today. Okay, we have really Luxus problem today. The challenge that we have is to transform the top performers, the top results to each level of the company. That's not easy, but it's definitely one of a good problem. And we are really inspiring to transform that to each partner, to each of you, that we can achieve similar or same results. When I talk about top performance or revenues, we go later in the sales presentation a little bit deeper on that, but that you guys have an idea what that is in numbers. So that's the revenue 2021 from the top 5 destinations in Asentiv. And that's collected money. That's the collected revenue, not the revenue that we have sold. Okay. When we see that Ascona with Sonja, Wiesbaden with Germany, and Wiesbaden with Frederick and Nikolai have collected over $500,000 from January to end of September, then that's a completely other number than what we had in the last years. And also number 3, 4, and 5 have achieved numbers that we never ever had before in Asentiv for Referral Institute. And that is someone that we have for our eyes, in our imaging, that we have make a gap to another level of business, and on a level of sales, and on a level for a valuable outcome for our clients. And that is between 8 and 10 times more than that we had 3 years ago. And that is the basis that we build up now, all the implementations, all the systems, all the process, and also all the information that we give out now in this presentation and the following presentation this afternoon is based on the best practice experience, on that what we know what works, and that what we want to transfer to all other peoples also. A little piece of them, but not an unimportant piece, is the Asentiv Global Facebook group. We said, by the way, we'll send out the end of the meeting a summary email with all the different links inside, so you can put it out the links now, but we will have that also in an email to the end of the presentation. So we have an Asentiv Global Facebook page with over 34,000 members. So that is, I have built up this page in work with different corporations. Was not started by 100% Asentiv brand built, but now we have the opportunity to share our doing, our work, our experience with the global audience in over 30,000 Asentiv members in this group. So please help us, please use this group also for your personal stuff. Make posting, make comments, make likes. So that is one group for our global company. Use that, share your experience there, the experience and the performance for your clients, and that will us help to achieve better audience, more visibility, more credibility in the Facebook group areas. We have the same build it up now in LinkedIn. We have LinkedIn at the moment only, I think, 400 people there, but we do that now exactly the same that we have in both platforms, a great audience and a great performance that we can use. It's not a direct lead generation, it's a visibility and credibility tool, and it's someone that we can doing easily during the day, and during this we help to each other for more audience credibility. Asentiv Conference 2022. My decision, Vic's decision, our decision is that we do that in Ascona in the headquarters for different reasons. So, of course, we don't know what the situation is in a few months. We have no idea what is allowed, what is not allowed with the visums worldwide. I don't know what that is. So the decision is we will make the Asentiv Conference 2022 in Ascona physical. So each person is welcome to join us. I say a little bit more later about the details, to join us physical here in the HQ in Ascona. And yes, of course, we will do the conference also hybrid, so to the same time online for all the people that is not possible, not allowed to traveling to Switzerland, so we can make that both. It's normally in the business case today. It's the new economy. We do that in place, but also online. So then we have the time for both. Of course, my prefer or my advice to you is when it's allowed for you, coming over to the HQ, join physical time with us. Meet all the people since a long time in a real room, and that what we have done for many, many years also in the States and other great places around the world. The dates would be 2021 and 2022. The idea is that the program we make on 20 internal day, Asentiv internal meeting, internal stuff, confidential stuff, and all these things, planning stuff. On the second day, we make a master public event. German-speaking guys, maybe Italy guys, we make that separate in the different languages, physical on the place, and to the same time also online. That's a public day, open for everybody, clients, team members, prospects, friends, whatever. And also the last day is an Asentiv public day in the same character that we have done that in the past, sharing experience, sharing storytelling, share ECC, and that would be also in a character of lead magnets for your audience on the online stuff. And of course, all the people there will be in Ascona, can join this 3-day together in the same room on the HQ or other locations nearby. Certification. Yeah, so here the link for the registration, you will achieve that also on the end of the meeting in the email. Certification, renewals and optimizing about that. So many feedbacks coming in over the year to the HQ with 2 different points. And now we do that. So one of them is that we need an update from the content from the old Referral Institute stuff to the additional Asentiv stuff in the certification. So that is someone that we will do now. And the other stuff is that we need renewals. So we have trainer in place that had done the certification maybe 10 years ago or something else. And that's not the same standard and the same quality what we're delivering today. So that is that we want to have renewals. The idea is all 2 years. And we have also built up a little bit another and maybe a little bit easier construct for trainings in this case. What is that? All certification will be online and in a global standard offering. So we will deliver it each certification also in the past, definitely online. And all the stuff would be inside in the Asentiv Academy. That's important. Why? That's the benefit that you can join all the stuff over and over again also after the certification. The certification character would be more a test, so more like a real certification than a training. What's happened in the past, what's happened too much in the past, or too often, it's that we have people there, they have not really an idea what it's necessary to be a trainer. So we want to achieve that it's more a sharing about the trainer character and not an explaining training like normally clients that we do in the street level. Programs will be unlocked at government and there will be prepared for do be done, self-study. So what I want to say with them is, from this moment that people have registered for a training, he will achieve all the stuff online. A lot of videos, a lot of explainings, a lot of experience, storytelling, testimonies, and also stuff that he can prepare for the real certification. So we have a longer support circle from registration until the training started. And in this phase, we can make questionnaire and all the stuff. The HQ team can support all the questions before, all the stuff that we can done before. Mostly that's an easy thing. So the goal is that we are prepared much better when we start the certification training. The certifications are shorter and I say again, designed for quality control. When we had meetings in a physical room, we have the trainings or the certification between 2 and 4 days. The learning from the last 2 years was that online is mostly quicker and online mostly need not so lot of time than we have before in the physical meeting. So each certification will be shorter, I would say 2 days, and designed by quality control. So we want to have in the preparing phase ready. We have in the preparing phase tests, examples, study case, and all this thing that we really can use the 2 days for question answer and the control of the quality part. The idea that all certification must be renewable within 2 years. That is what I say before. That's a quality standard decision that we want to have a renewal each 48 months or earlier. That's from my understanding necessarily that we have the same understanding, that we have the same quality, and that we only have a chance to deliver the same content. Otherwise, the HQ week, myself, our teams will not have any change to deliver that in the same way. We cannot handle the communication over so a lot of peoples when we not do that in a quality control, also in a coaching and consulting aspect. Every month is a certification, so we see the plan later. Each month is one certification. And yes, there is also a possibility to do individual certification per countries. We have done that the last 2 years, Italy, Japan, Germany. When they have at least 6 participants, we can organize that internally, country internally. We are very flexible on that. We are flexible with translation and all this thing, but that's definitely a possibility or when you build up or when you have a plan to build up a bigger team that cannot handling the English language. And we create a training fee. So what's coming up is the certification fees is higher than in the last 10 years. Yeah, that is so. We have also other results today, but what we're offering is a training fee. So when someone wants to have a training fee agreement, he pays $500 each month, but it's included for each training then for free. So that's especially for trainers that are new, for people they want to achieve their goal very fast. So that's a fee that must, at the end of the day, it's that more than 50% less for the original price when you join each training. That is about certification, renewals, and optimization. Last but not least, Brigitta will talk later in a separate presentation about that. We have bring up that piece for piece last year, Asentiv Connect. Asentiv Connect is a platform, is a marketing tool that the HQ run, and we have in the German-speaking countries, especially in Switzerland, a very, very success with them. So that's the perfect lead magnet for new clients, and also the perfect tool that we can connect each other and that we can use the contacts and the network from the other clients, Asentiv internally, and also the clients can share and connect each other with the global contacts, okay? So for example, today, when someone needed contacts in India or someone from the German or Swiss team needed contacts in Florida, it's not a problem, we can handle that, but manual. And that's definitely not the kind of start for 2021. So now we have a tool, Brigitta explained that later, that we can do that in event character, weekly basis, very easily, very friendly, and very in a way of a spectacular life and amazing business. Best practice first, available and implementable for all. We want that you be successful. Okay, we want that you be successful. I want that you be successful, that you can achieve the results that you want. And that's what we do. That's the why what we do. And I hope this afternoon will bring you to this achievement, and that you help that to have a new idea what that can be in the future for yourself and also for your for your implementation at the end of the day. We hope that we can explain that in a way that for everybody it's clear what is the next step. We have moved that from the last time. A lot of feedback's coming up that the people have no idea what is to do now. Hopefully that would be different this time. And now I think it's a good time to go over to Vic and his presentation. Then that would be maybe one of the last time that we explain the global standard offering. Then after these meetings, it's definitely the place to move forward to the next bigger step. Thank you for listening, and enjoying the next presentation, enjoying this global meeting. We talk. Thanks.